Jeskai Yorion, take 2. We got our Blinky Boy here with 3 more copies of the main deck, and Skalds to draw cards, Conquers Death to exile things, and Battle of Frost and Fire to scry and sweep up the board. We've got other good control cards and things that are worth good to blink, like Omen of the Sea and Forge here. You got Charming Prince to reset our Yorions, which is lovely, and get more blink effects out of them. And then Emeria's Call and Epiphany here at the top end of the curve help reset things for us. We have 4 copies of Doomskar to clean up the board. And then Skyclave Apparition is actually another card that's really good with Yorion, because when you blink this, they don't actually get the thing back that you exiled. They get back just a token that you largely don't care about. So Skyclave with Yorion can let you clean up lots of problem enchantments and permanents and stuff like that, which is great. So let's dive into some games with this and see how it feels today. It was reasonable last time we played it. I do think there's a chance that this deck, especially though the main deck is set up, is probably a bit of a dog to the Sultai Ultimatum deck. That deck hadn't come into prominence last time we were playing this deck, but I also think that we've got a bunch of counterspells out of the board that hopefully give us a fine shot there. Coach V-Ball! Beverly Shills. That's where you want to be. Just shilling. Just shilling. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I am supposed to get something prize-wise. So I think it qualifies me for next month's Mythic Qualifier weekend, so I don't have to worry about my ladder rank at all, which is great. And then I'm supposed to get a gem code. I should follow up with Starcy to find out how I get that. Let's update the channel points here. Trickle down Shillonomics at work. Thanks to Captain V-Balls. Shillionaire. The next Shillionaire only costs 999,983 shillings. So much easier for everybody at home to achieve Shillionaire status. The little people thrive when the wealthy thrive, chat. That's exactly how it works, right? And V-Ball, be sure to DM me on Discord if you're in there to remind me, what's the word that I'm searching for, to give you your Shillionaire roll there. And then I'm pretty sure we use the Skyclave Apparition on the Elspeth's Nightmare here. Oh, thank you. I had chat off for the delayed stream. Thanks for the poke. I think I want to do this, and then this. I think I want to Skalds after I draw Yorion to my hand, because I want to blink the Skalds with Yorion. I finished 7-2 in the tournament yesterday. Hey, Punchworthy, the Jester hat next to the crown looks good. Pick your choice of headgear. Oh, they're missing a land drop. It's good for us. How many gems is 7-2 worth? 10,000. Wow, yikes. Which is $50 worth of gems. So get some scry in here. Scry me a river, baby. Yeah, definitely in for Alrund's Epiphany, right? Actually, I'm probably in for Charming Prince too, huh? I have the Emeria's Call in my hand for a land. Let's do it. Let's keep them both. The 7-2, the digital equivalent of losing in the quarterfinals. Not quite punch-worthy, because if you lose in the quarterfinals, you get some cash. Sick. Oh, maybe I should put the counter on here. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to put the counter on here. We'll throw this under the end table. We're gonna lose these 3 cards, but like, that's fine. Samian, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And then we get to blink the noodle here. And then the noodle will come back in and blink everything else, so we just have, like, this endless loop of cards. Is our opponent gonna kill our noodle? They're not killing our noodle! I mean, I assume the gem codes have to come from Wizards of the Coast, so yeah, I'd assume they're technically working with them, yeah. The cut to top 12 is a weird number. I actually really liked the cut to top 12. I thought it was great. Oh, was I supposed to bolt myself here? Maybe I was supposed to bolt myself here. Marzamil, thank you for the 24 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I was supposed to bolt myself and put the... So, I think I actually want to scry here, because I'd really like to find a another Time Walk to win this game, right? And I think we keep this, because it lets me draw to another Time Walk here, potentially. Are those lethal? The Omen of the Forges might be lethal here. Oh yeah, they're definitely lethal, right? Because of this. Yeah, sick. Yeah, the cut to top 12, I actually thought, so I talked about this on the stream yesterday, but I actually think the overall structure of the tournament that I played in yesterday was like super fantastic. I think one of the things that we haven't seen enough of in Magic in general is innovation surrounding tournament structures and formats. And it was great. It's great to see SCG experimenting with different ways to structure their tournaments. Like, it's very silly to me that, like, you know, tournaments 2 decades ago when they were, 100 players were cutting to top 8, and then, tournaments with thousands of players are still just cutting to top 8. I think that's very silly. The big thing about the cut to top 12 with them giving the top 4 people buys in the first round of single elimination to square the bracket means that nobody is incentivized to concede at any point, because even if you're undefeated, you want to play for that buy, which changing the incentive structure of the tournament to discourage people from drawing and conceding is more ideal than just saying, hey, you can't concede or you can't draw. Yeah, it's great. It's a much better thing to play for than, oh, you get to be on the play. You get to play for seeding. But I'd rather have Glass Casket or Omen of the Forge here. I like that Omen of the Forge is reach. I guess Doomskar's not amazing, Probably don't mind a couple of these as cleanup, but I probably don't want all of them. Oh, you know what? I want Giant Killer in this matchup because being able to kill Vorn clicks is important. Let's do this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Does top cut based on the number of people playing. That's actually really smart. I like that idea too. I don't know, to be fair, like, I lost 8 out of 9 die rolls, but I ended up going 7 and 2, so like... It would have been nice to be on the play in the Gruul matchup that we lost, but in general, it wasn't that big of a deal. The cycling deck was great, Charizard. Yeah, I was really happy with my deck choice. I think that'll be a great deck choice moving forward too. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna want to dig for a Skyclave Apparition this turn with the Omens. That way we can get rid of this before it draws too many cards. Yeah, coin flipping tournament is not my cup of tea. I'm just going bottom here. Again, I would really like a Skyclave to deal with this Maze Mind Tome. Okay, you get to go ahead and drop this into play tap and then use this to dig here some more. No, I should sign up for a coin flipping tournament because the cumulative variance will let it win. Ah, Stiggy with the big brain play. That's true. We've stored it up. I'm due. We're due to win all of the coin flips. You got me, Binding. Them burning Binding here implies to me they must be missing lands. Gosh, I feel like all of the extra turns are just like great in the matchup like this. Just want like all of the time walks. Wait a minute. I just got rid of you. People have still been complaining about Muxus a ton, so I would expect Muxus to be going away. Maybe, I don't know, maybe its win rate's not good enough. They could also do just like some shake-up style bans for Historic too, which I don't think would necessarily be a bad thing. Alright, so I probably want to play around. One of the nicest things about Open Deck List this past weekend was getting to know when I had to play around Jawari's Disruption. That card's so annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and play my land out ahead of time here so this doesn't get countered unless I pay 1. They could obviously have Negate or Disdainful Stroke, but I definitely want to play around their counter unless I pay 1 card. Oh no! We hit Epiphany the turn before I could play it. That sucks. Boros, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel today. We played a Poison deck in Senior yet. We haven't, but I think I'm going to put one up in the deck voting later this morning. Thoughtseize is not going away. Thoughtseize is a core part of the Magic the Gathering experience. There's a reason Thoughtseize is legal in every non-rotating Magic format. I feel like I'm playing this card too aggressively. This isn't an aggro deck. I should probably be waiting until I have more mana to do this card. Like waiting until like turns like 7 or 8 probably. Yeah, I don't think I really wanted to like Coma in this format. I don't think it's good enough. Do not think Coma is playable. guess I just jam a noodle here. I don't have anything in my bin for Conqueror's Death to get back here, so we just go ahead and do this and let it, what's the word I'm searching for? Let it, like, tax their spells again next turn. Okay, I mean, all of the non-creature spells they get with this cost 2 more, so, you know, your move, Yugi boy, as you will. This card's actually really good in this matchup, huh? This deck actually might not. This deck might actually be really good. This Jeskai deck. Dak, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna say put Toski. I'm gonna say put Toski into your deck, and then I'll stroke the Vornclicks. Nope, can't cast Tibalt. Don't have 2 mana. Have your Valky, enjoy. Enjoy your 2-drop. Gotta take the Skyclave Apparition. So, I think I bolt this in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to noodle blink everything again. I think is my plan. Oh, I could have... If I keep the other noodle, I can blink it with this one, right? And then it comes back in again. I always forget that noodle can blink noodle. It's templated differently than other cards. Yeah, it's not something I've done enough of. Yeah, so I should keep the tapped noodle and then blink it with the untapped noodle. I think I'm just looking for time walks at this point. Yeah, another noodle would do. You enjoy those cards, opponent. It feels weird that the Yorion ECD deck is the good guy, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I hope they're playing on mobile. Omen of the Sea. Omen of the Sea. This, like, Elspeth Conquer Death has just been taxing their mana for, like, 800 turns here, which is great. You'll love to see it. Alright, so I'm gonna make the correct play this turn, which is Yorion. Keep the tapped one, blink the tapped one. So this is what I should have done last time. I missed a scry and 2 tokens with my sequence last turn. So I actually don't want to blink this because I want this to trigger next turn. Yeah, and my companion's still hanging out here too. That's exactly correct. Oh, it would trigger anyways, you're right. You're right. Okay, so I should actually blink this because then it couldn't get killed by a destroy target enchantment card. Yeah, it comes to the third of turn. You're right. I should blink this. Thank you for pointing that out. I think I'm just looking for counter spells at this point, right? Counter spells and time walks. Do we do it again? I don't think so. I'm gonna start with... I'm gonna start with Epiphany and see what happens. They probably have a stroke or a negate, right? Like they have 18 cards in their hands here. Oh, do they have Shark Typhoon here? AGH, thank you for the 34 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning. I think I do this and hope not to die next turn. Their Vornclix is gone. Their Valky is gone. All their spells cost them 2 more. And like putting this into play now means I get to blink it with Noodle next turn. When Noodle comes back from Conqueror's Death. Oh, that's rude. Oh, they're just stopping Noodle from coming back. That's fine. So I exiled the Time Walk earlier because I Skalds did too aggressively, but I've got 2 more Time Walks in the top whatever number of cards in my deck here. Thanks. I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can go Charming Prince, draw this, play this. I think is the sequence. And our deck seems good, but golly, is it not fast. Okay, so like, I'm definitely want to Time Walk next turn, so I'm going to start with this up top, I think, and then we'll scry, and then we'll scry. Oh no, oh, I wanted to blink. I'm dumb. I'm dumb, I wanted to blink this, right? Yeah, I should have blinked this. It's early, chat. Our brain's not all here. We are very close to being a Hallowed Fountain deck, that's true. Like, I like how my opponent has 15 cards in their hand, and like they're still just like spending their turn cantripping because they don't have anything better to do. Like, what on God's green earth is in their hand, right? And if they Yorion here, I can dispute their counterspell on my extra turn next turn. Actually, if they Yorion, I think I just dispute the Yorion, right? They killed our noodle, chat. How are we supposed to canoodle now, opponent? You killed the canoodle. Wow, this, like, I was expecting this matchup to be hard on paper, but, like, we dumpstered them in these games, huh? Like those games were long, but, like, it did not feel like we weren't in control at any point, and it felt like I had some slops with how I sequenced my Skalds. Yeah, if that remains the case, James, that's definitely going to be something that I keep doing. The SCG things happen almost every weekend, so makes it pretty easy to play a qualifier and do something else. What was the opponent doing for like the last 5 minutes? They were just like spinning their tires, basically. They like had 16 cards in hand and just kept drawing more cards for some reason. Coco the Bird, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. All right, we get a rematch here to see if it's a fluke or if this matchup is good for us. Ramp it up. Do. I think I'm actually in for both of these. Please leave Simian Spirit Guide alone. All right, listen. I'm done arguing with Magic players about their takes, but leave Simian Spirit Guide alone isn't a take that gets to stay in my Twitch chat. Come on now, you're not new. Simian Spirit Guide isn't the problem, Jeff. The problem is the 800 other cards it makes offensive by playing them too quickly. Leave Simian Spirit Guide alone! It did nothing wrong, except meaning people die on turn 1 constantly. Ping pong. Shark Typhoon. Yeah, this card's still just great, huh? Well, they didn't ultimatum me. They didn't ultimatum me last turn, so that's good for us. Oh, no. Oh. Look at the way they massacred my boy, chat. Look at the way they massacred my boy. I mean, it was a tapped land. I don't know that I'm supposed to play this out proactively to play around this card. And it's gonna come back with the Elspeth Conquers Death, so it's like kind of whatever, right? Am I flashing this in response? Yeah, I think so. That's why I put a stop on my main phase. Doomskar. Really interested in that one, I don't think. Because even if they kill my Sky Noodle here, this is going to blink and draw me some cards. I think I'm in for the land. So this way, if I find... actually, it's not... No, this is a red source, right? Are sub-alerts off? No, they've been popping up. I think sub-alerts are on. Monster Can Mike, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate the prime. Oh, it's asking me to respond to the trigger. Got it. I have a stop on my main base. Well, this is actually great, right? Because it kills the shark. Well, our opponent agrees with me that this matchup seems good for us. Ooh, that's a good thought. Yeah, I should attack first. You're super correct that I should attack first. Yeah, sub-alerts are working. Don't scare me like that. This is fine, right? Is this the land? If this deck has a decent Ultimatum matchup, like with all these anti-aggro cards in it, like that'd be pretty impressive, right? Also, it's like a third Ultimatum matchup in a row. Listen, chat, if you want to farm these people playing this deck, there are a lot of good aggro decks in this format. Let's get our Scry 2 on here, right? Yeah, cycling's a good choice to farm them with. There's other good choices past that, but cycling's a great one. You could play blue-white control too. I would be what's the best way to put this? If there was a competitive blue-white control deck that could keep up with the opponent's archetype while also not getting stuffed by aggro, I think we would have seen it by now. Like blue-white control hasn't put up a result literally anywhere, right? The cycling deck is very difficult to play. It basically has like 21 mana cantrips in it, just infinite sequencing permutations. Has a lot going on. See, chat? Does everybody see how everybody's talking about how cold it is outside? If it was actually, if global warming was real, chat, why is it so cold everywhere? Checkmate, liberals. I am very smart. Gengar who, thanks for the follow. I feel like I should clarify in case there's people like Gengar who are new in the chat. What's the best way to clarify that was sarcasm? Fuck Donald Trump and the GOP. Yeah, that should hopefully clarify my positions on things political for anybody that's new here. I'm praying for a 4-card ban in Legacy. Yeah, it's kinda wild. It's kinda wild how much Tibalt messed up Modern and Legacy. Let's not use the term libtard even ironically in my chat. It's a very Albius slur. That's not good. Yeah, Valky ruined is ruining multiple formats apparently, which is super funny. Yeah, Valky is impacting Modern and Legacy right now. Like apparently it's like 50% of the format. Come on, cycle your Shark Typhoon. Alright, so they like 1000% have Jawari's Disruption here, right? It's tier 0. That's really funny. They could have main deck Disdainful Stroke. Some of these decks play that card in the main. You see this, chat? This is why aggro's really good right now. Because all of these Sultai players decided they wanted to race to the bottom. Or race to the top, I guess, technically. And rather than putting respect into their decks, they've elected to play as much grindy nonsense as they can. Another main deck counterspell. Nailed it. So scries 3, and then eventually draws and discards. So Grawl actually had a mediocre weekend. If you look at the metrics from the SCG tournament, the 2 most popular decks, Grawl and Sultimatum, both failed to crack a 50% win rate, which is actually a really good thing for the format because it means the top decks are very attackable. Huh? Actually kind of into all of these, huh? They didn't have a negate last turn. Maybe they did and they didn't want to cast it. It feels like no negate here to me. So I get to draw 2, discard 1. Yeah, it feels like they're just on Jawari Disruption here. It's unfortunate. Oh, I suppose they could technically counter my Prince in response to my fetch land here. Would have been annoying. I'll just have to scry now. The opponent making a mistake here. They should have waited for me to use this trigger on the stack before using the Soul Shatter, because then I wouldn't have gotten to scry. Which actually ended up being pretty important, getting the bottom 2 lanes here. No, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel today. They're still dead. No, I don't have an extra turn in the bank yet. So there's a chance they're dead. They're behind. Yeah, I mean they haven't played an ultimatum yet, right? They tap their lands wrong here because they can't cast ultimatum. I guess they want to cast Valky. No, this makes red anyways, right? Yeah, they definitely should have left themselves red mana. Or should have left themselves triple green. I can see them bind one of these. Be kind of funny. Hey, Kyle, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, we need some card advantage, chat. Cast Explore? Am I casting Explore? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Explore. And then actually, with the land draw here, if this Omen of the Sea draws me another Time Walk, they die, right? Yeah, I think we take that, right? It's like a noodle in a couple of turns. Stopping them from getting a land isn't a big deal, but... And the second trigger, if they don't ultimatum me this turn, the second trigger on this makes their ultimatum worse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 mana. You eliminate those birds. They're big bad. Sequencing's been a little sloppy this game. They should probably draw before they cast their eliminate. Birtle, thank you for the 17 months and for the absurdly generous tier 3 at that. Welcome back. We just drew a noodle naturally. Everybody canoodles. All right, do you have second main deck Disdainful Stroke? Oh, yeah. Eliminate that bird. You got it. And I think I'm actually just leaving this in play because I want to get the noodle back out of my bin next turn. Or I want to get the, what's it called? I have the Charming Prince in there is actually better. Another Conqueror's Death. Don't mind if I does. Alright, there's a Charming Prince in here. There is a Charming Prince. I'm a canoodler, chat. What can I say? What can I say? I'm all about the canoodles. And you get a Sky Noodle, and you get a Sky Noodle. Everybody gets a Sky Noodle. This is like our third match against the Sultai deck in a row, and it's felt really good every time. If they have a removal spell, I'm probably just supposed to get another noodle, right? If I get a noodle, I get guaranteed 2 blinks. And then again, I actually want to keep the one I already had, because keeping the one I already had means I get to blink it, which means I get to blink again at end of turn. Hey, P. Diddy, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I'm supposed to hold on to this. I think I like playing it out naked, though. Got me. Goblin Token, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, yesterday was a lot of fun. I think we're gonna have to make a point to do some tournament magic on stream more consistently. Did they have a removal spell and just like didn't do it before? Oh sweet, maybe they didn't realize I was gonna get to blink the other Yorion. Yeah, opponent definitely should have probably didn't realize the interaction with multiple Yorions that were gonna happen. Marcus, thanks for the follow. Oh yeah, you bind that 1/1 token, baby. Bind it up real good like. Yikes. So, am I scrying an end of turn here? I think I'm scrying, right? I would really like to draw. I think I'm scrying at upkeep too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can scry and still cast an extra turn spell for lethal. I also have some shocks in my deck because this is game 1. I mean, I suppose we could lose this game still, theoretically. Scry me a river, baby. We've bottomed some cards this game, chat. We've bottomed some cards. Alright, so Glass Casket's pretty bad. Frost and Fire's kind of mediocre. I don't think I want all the Doomskars. Trim a couple of the Omens. A little bit of Reach is fine off of the Noodles on occasion. This Dagging Maze Mind and some of their other stuff is fine. Maybe I split this with the Omen. Kind of like shocking people. Morning, JD. Life is swell. It's Uro Dies Day. Is this a viewer submission? It was at one point. It was Beansy submitted this last week or the week before, and I decided I wanted to play it again this morning because it was good. I was playing Apparition to play around Extinction Event of Thought. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I like that one, Demox. That's a good call. I get my gems for yesterday. I don't know how. I need to follow up and figure out how that happens. Oh, I wonder if they just add them to my account. I should look. I didn't look at my total number of gems. There's a chance they're on my account and I didn't notice. You actually can't. I tried to click into the exile zone from the view battlefield yesterday during one of my matches and it wouldn't let me. Jaden, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. To be the bearer of bad news, if you don't want to get into Magic again, the current Magic format's very good. Yes, in paper, at the end of the game, you have to reveal your foretell cards, just like Morph. Of the Cross, thank you for the follow. Good morning. Should have thrown this under the end table so it couldn't get to rest. You can literally play anything. I don't know about anything. There's a certain number of heuristics you can apply and stick to that give you a chance of doing well if you want to brew. I don't think any format lets you play anything, but you could definitely brew and be competitive. What? Cardboard Live. Alright, I have turned the delay off. I forgot to turn the delay off on Cardboard Live. Cardboard Live has an option to integrate with Twitch delay. Is it working now? Or do I need to restart it? We're good? Okay, sweet. I also wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't start working until the next match. Let me kick it for good measure. It might not adjust the delay mid-game either. I've turned the delay off. You might have to wait till the next one for it to take effect. Both of these cards look great. I'm gonna play this tapped and then draw the Canoodle this turn, and then we'll plan to Showdown of the Skalds the following turn. I think I'm in for that. I need to draw some lands at some point. I should technically leave up an island here to bluff Dispute. I think turn 6 is the earliest we want to play this card because we want to be able to play Aldrin's Epiphany off of it when we play it. Ooh. Time to find out if my phone alarm gets me copy struck. God damn it, Twitch. God damn it, YouTube. You didn't hear it. Oh, I wonder if RTX voice caught it. That'd be sick if RTX voice caught it. Blessed be the RTX voice, chat. You're gonna squeak. Perfect. Yeah, whatever it distorted it to, even if a little bit came through, probably saves me. Yes. We have the technology, chat. My cell phone was definitely sitting right here on my desk and went off though, so like that's kind of sick. Do this to start. I think this gets a counter spell, and I think I'd rather this get countered than this get countered. You go either way. Because like, if like they don't care about their Yorion getting exiled here really, but this coming into play means their counter spells are more expensive next turn. Thanks for the 35-month squirrel. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be back. I guess if they Emergent Ultimatum us this turn, maybe I'm supposed to leave up mana here. I don't know, I feel like they probably YOLO Ultimatum even if I represent a counterspell. Just because this is going to Pippity pop off next turn. Really? Okay. Okay. I think I want to just Canoodle this turn. Because I don't have anything in my bin right now, and resetting this has a lot of value to it. Keeping taxing them with this seems instrumental in winning this matchup. Like it is. Thank you for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Charming Prince actually seems pretty good here, right? What's the next single-player game? Bloodborne's going to be up next. So I've got a couple of sponsored segments because I'm a shill. The end of today's stream, we're going to be playing some Raid Shadow Legends on stream. And then tomorrow, Tuesday and Thursday are going to be Mythgard days for the next couple of weeks still. But Wednesday, and if Wednesday is going to be Bloodborne, and then if Wednesday goes well, Friday will be Bloodborne as well. We'll play that for a bit. Ooh, no box. Have I played any other Souls games? I have not. Untapped land here is great. The new Ratchet and Clank has not come out yet. However, the older Ratchet and Clank is in my deck queue, or is in my game queue. So if Wednesday goes bad, what will Friday be? I don't know offhand. I have to look at the stream queue. What is it? After Bloodborne is Bug Snacks. I mean, I'm not dead, right? So this is fine. This is only 13. I'm not dead yet. I feel like I'm just supposed to scry, right? Negate is actually great because it means I can force through Doomskar next turn to not die. I feel like I'm in for both untapped land and Noodle here because the Skalds gonna draw a bunch of cards. Wait, and now they don't have a counter spell available, right? They can only Mystic Dispute? Oh, I suppose, actually, I messed up here. Playing this Yorion is wrong because if they have a third Shark Typhoon and a removal spell, I'd die. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to time walk here, actually. Sick. Okay, we're not dead. Okay, and then this game should be over then, right? Because I've got all these counter spells, and I've got Alrund's Epiphany. I suppose they could have an Alrund's Epiphany of their own. If they Epiphany here, I die. Yeah, I should have time walked last turn instead of playing the Yorion. That was a mistake because of my life total. My line was a mistake. Yeah, the fact that I just get to keep like endlessly taxing them with Elspeth Conquer Death has been very instrumental. So if I do this, I only have 3 mana available. So I think I do this, so I have 4 mana available. I guess I can't. I guess Stroke doesn't really help me though, right? Oh, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'd have to have double dispute here. They are going to finally no longer be under Conqueror's Death next turn. Hopefully this next Epiphany is lethal, though. Wait, did they just tap out? Alright, sure. So they're dead. Good stuff. You really got me. I'm not gonna Charming Prince you from my graveyard for free. Caca! Caca! How do you like it when people take extra turns against you, Saltimatum deck? Yeah, maybe press a pick. I don't know. Like, I've talked about it before, too. Part of the reason why I ended up taking a magic break last time, too, was more than just the gameplay of the formats itself. Like, Magic Twitter, Magic Reddit, things like that. Like, I've made an explicit point to not engage with Magic on various social media platforms since I came back. And making a point not to do that has definitely helped with my enjoyment of the game. A lot of those places are just very toxic. And not to mention, I also feel like when you look at a lot of the, like, it feels to me too, when you look at a lot of those things, there's a lot of people that bitch on those various platforms that they don't even really play Magic, right? And like, I want to like actually just play the game, so I'd rather just focus on actual gameplay rather than whatever it is they all are doing. My hand's kind of okay at this point. So I think I'm playing this and I'm gaining 3. Okay, we're gonna hit our land drop guaranteed next turn, which is great. So I think we play this on blue. I think we're gaining another 3 here, and then we're throwing this in the corner. Yeah, I don't know about great. 5 mana exile your 3 drops, or like, you know. If I could dodge a cleave, we could dodge a ball. I gotta get rid of Torbrain here, right? And then if we don't die next turn, I can Alrund's Epiphany, potentially. Okay, we're actually in a pretty decent spot now, right? I got a double block Annex and then Battle of Frost and Fire Declare. Yeah, that's a good line. I didn't take that line because I didn't think about it. Want a Skyclave here, right? Get rid of their Annex. Oh yeah, Battle wouldn't kill the Bone Crusher. That was it. Yeah, Battle doesn't clear this. This is non-giants. Well, shit. If we draw an untapped land this turn, I can canoodle my Skalds. Thanks, dude. I gotta bottom these now. I'm gonna play this as a tap land, I think. Ooh, canoodle. Alright, well now we're definitely doing that, right? Am I blinking this? I think I'm blinking this, right? Am I? Yeah, at the worst, I get to trade this out, right? I probably want to get rid of theirs. I think we have 2 cards here. It does make Bone Crusher a non-giant. Okay, but what if I draw 4 and then I get 2? Unfortunately, we can't play both of them, right? Like, I only have these until the end of my next turn. So, like, we're gonna lose one of these, but, you know. We'll take it. Yeah, Foretell is from hand. Unfortunately. Wait, did they just click through their attack step? I think my opponent might have just clicked through their attack step. What if I hit their face here, and then next turn I just Battle of Frost and Fire? I think that's the play, right? Oh, I should swing with the Apparition last turn. Yeah, that's a good call. There really isn't a wrong way to eat this, Reese's chat. You're right. I had some slops in there. I admit that I had some slops. Did it matter? No, because our deck is busted. But I did have some slops. I accept that game could have been tightened up a good bit. Our main deck's kind of built to dumpster aggro to start, huh? I don't even really know what I want to cut. Maybe Doomskar's not that good. I feel like I don't want. Is it crazy to cut this? I feel like it's not, right? I feel like this is probably better. Just take the curve and drag it down. 14 cards that cost 5+. That's really not a lot. Especially when you consider this can be cast on turn 2 to turn 3, and this is a land. So, like, in reality, we have 8, 14... No, it's 18 cards that cost. That's fine. We're an 80-card deck, chat. You gotta adjust your expectations. We're an 80-card deck. We actually have 18 cards that cost 4+. 80 card deck, and like it's also not just the number of expensive cards in your deck, but look at the amount of interaction that we have too. The amount of cheap things we have that play to the board is a big deal. Hey, just a purr. Thanks for the 17 months. Okay. I think this is a keep. Need some lands, but we're on the draw. We get to go. Emeria's call tapped on 1. No, 1 drop. It's like Christmas, chat. You love to see it. No, 2 drop. think they're unfortunately going to step on him, but I need to scry to hit a land drop here because we're breaking off. Actual perfects. We get to play tapped land, Glass Casket there, Bone Crusher Giant next turn. Nah, it wasn't a wasted scry. I reordered them. There's the raid thing at the bottom right. Today's stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to be playing some of that at the end of the stream today. It is a PC and mobile game you can download for free using my link. We played Raid on stream before. I have played what you could probably classify as an unhealthy amount of Raid Shadow Legends in my lifetime. If you don't believe that statement, hang out for the start of the Raid stream. I'll open it up and show you that my account is loaded. Yes, it is a gacha game that you can sink endless money into. Jeff is a whale. I am not a Raid Shadow Legends whale. I'm like a Raid Shadow Legends like dolphin. Definitely considered a mid-tier spender at best in that game. No, yeah, if you've already done it, don't worry about it. All right, so awkward. I think we gotta just get rid of this, right? I guess I could do this and get an extra turn going here. I don't hate that, actually. Because if I do this turn, I'm going to lose this anyway. See, I think I do this and get some blockers down. So what would a whale be in Raid? Yeah, 4 figures per month. I'm gonna bottom this. I really wouldn't mind an 8th land, so that way I could Yorion and Blink Yorion next turn. A month? Did I stutter? You can literally spend as much money as you want in games like Raid. It's like Genshin Impact's another one of those style of games. You can spend how much you can spend is literally how much do you have. We saw a guy drop 100K in one event a couple months ago. That's true. That's an accurate statement. Yeah, you could definitely play it for free, Socio Penguin. Or for very little. And actually, so like, the one thing, so one of the things that I compare Raid to is I grew up playing an incredible amount of Diablo 2 as a kid. And something I did during high school and undergrad while playing Diablo 2 is buying and selling items in Diablo 2 and like leveling characters for people was something that people did for real money. And basically what games like Raid have done is they just monetize selling items and account progression like that first party instead of some random college kid doing it for a few extra bucks. Yeah, and that's, they just cut out the middleman is all they did. And there's nothing, I like, you know, you can say what you want about the money that you spent, but like, there were times where I made hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how much Diablo I was playing in a month, just like grinding items for people that had more money than time. People always complain about those types of games where they sell progression, but like in my mind it's really no different than like what I used to do with games like Diablo and Guild Wars and World of Warcraft, and people did stuff like that for all of those games. Another hardworking industry fallen victim to automation. Yeah, basically. And, like, the actual gameplay of Raid is, like, it's good in a lot of ways. Like, I played a bunch of Raid not because they paid me, but because I enjoyed the game. In fact, I had heard so many bad things about Raid because of how aggressively they market. I played it for a month before I took my first sponsored stream with them. Yeah, it's very similar to a deck building game, and we're gonna play it at the end of the stream today for a couple hours if you want to see what I mean. Only instead of building with decks of cards, you build teams of champions. Yeah, it's a fine game. At the end of the day, I don't think the monetization on a game like Raid is that much worse than something like Magic, if I'm being honest. I think it's very comparable. I think I take this trade just to preserve my life total here. I'm gonna scry with this. And honestly, I think I'm in for untapped land here, because untapped land lets me play Emeria's Call and Shredded Sail still. So I don't die to cleave. Man, I might have to work on this deck some more before the next tournament I play in. This deck's felt really impressive so far in this set today. Yeah, maybe keeping the clone on top was fine. I don't know. I don't think it matters. I don't think there was a wrong way to eat that Rhesus there. Hey, Silver Oak. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Good morning. Good morning to the 120. Thanks for the follow. I don't know that this, like, so Magic players have been hurt by formats being broken and busted by best decks for so long that, like, this format's good because, like, there's things to work on and there's things to brew, but, like, this deck doesn't have to be busted to be playable. This deck just, like, feels like we have a competitive game plan against Ultimatum while not being dead to aggro, which I feel like that's basically the litmus test for this format. Can you not roll over to Ultimatum while simultaneously not rolling over to aggro? And it feels like this deck is capable of checking both those boxes, which feels good. Shadow Lord, thanks for the follow. Good morning. Yeah, like, we have a bunch of big top end with things like our sagas, our Skalds, and our ECDs, and our taking turns effects, but then we also have a lot of these interactive pieces at the bottom end that seem very, very good. Am I murdering this? I might be. Let's wait and see if they play... Let's wait and see if they play an Innkeeper this turn. Ultimatum, yeah. I subscribe because you're a master's of math. I'm currently a PhD student in physics. Hey, that's great, Silver. You in undergrad then? I think I'm just gonna kill their 2/2 here. We have Glass Casket rolled up for this, and we can ambush this 1/1 with these Omen of the Suns next turn. So it feels like we're in a pretty commanding position at the moment. We got this to gas back up with later. We've got this in the tank still as well. That's true. The deckless Rhino has been posting in the subs Discord have been really piles of things. Speaking of, if you're one of my wonderful supporters who isn't in the Discord's a great place to connect with myself when I'm not live, as well as hang out with other people as parts of Hoaglandia. I know sometimes when creators put up Discords, they don't take an active part in it. It's just a Discord for their community, but the Hoaglandia Discord is something that both myself and my wife take an active part in. It's a good place to pick my brain on stuff even when I'm offline. You're a grad student. Are you working on a PhD program or just a graduate degree? I think we kill the Lovestruck Beast here to keep them off Henge next turn. Just like exile this, play tap land. PhD program in plasma physics. Some big brain stuff. Alright, so I think I'm just like tapped land, draw Yorion, pass here. Is my plan. Again, I think you want to wait till turn 6 to play this card in this deck because you want to be able to cast Alrund's Epiphany off of it if you draw Alrund's Epiphany with it. Yeah, I don't really have strong feelings about other formats other than Historic either. I'm interested to see if other things go with Uro in Historic. It's possible we see more than just Uro go away. This kills Planeswalkers too. That's so good. He's gonna go to 5 next turn though, which is sad. I think I'm just gaining 3 life here. We've got a lot of long-term value in our hand, so I just want to make sure I don't die by mistake. Would I prefer to see Muxus go or something else? I don't know. I haven't played Historic for a while, so I don't know that I really have strong opinions on the format other than Uro's Sustain. I think I'll be pretty happy with whatever they do in that format. I wouldn't mind if they don't ban Muxus. I would like to see Winota come back. I guess that's true. That's definitely the case. If they don't ban Muxus, I would like to see Winota come back. Okay, so I think the plan here is play this tapped, play Sky Noodle, Channel Bana, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub, I really appreciate that, welcome. And then this exiles these. So they get Lovestruck Beast back, which draws them a card. I get to say no attacks. All of these things come back into play. And then this is exiling Sky Noodle so we could do all of this again. I think we're just getting rid of... a 3/3 here. It could be right to get rid of this because of... It could be right to get rid of this because of, what's the word I'm searching for? Because of trample.
Fight like a hatchling.
If we don't die this turn, we're in a very good spot. It feels unlikely that we die this turn. What did you walk in on? We're putting on a clinic. With Henge down, and come back as a 1/1 and draw them card. That's not true, Gendy, because Henge is a trigger when it enters play, not a replacement effect. So they would get to draw a card, but this would die. Yeah, it dies to state-based actions. Is this the new party bus? It kind of feels like it, huh? Oh no, they killed my Prince Charming. That's heckin' rude.
Every day is a new mutation.
This is 11-14. I think I do that because I think we're playing Emeria's Call next turn, right? 7. Am I? Or maybe we're playing these and looking for a sweeper. Yorion's coming back at end of turn. The 5/2's indestructible, chat. I'm gonna go in on the dig for sweeper plan. I get a lot of looks here. Oh wait, this doesn't come back until my next end step, right? Oh, that's awkward. The Skalds. I don't have the Skalds cards this turn. Huh? Maybe that's wrong then. Yeah, 3 looks at Doomskar here. I have 3 of them. Or 4 of them. Magic's an easy game, chat. Just draw what you need. Goodbye, friends. Whee!
Nothing a poultice can't heal.
I have 8 mana, so I get to play Doomskar plus Showdown next turn.
I'd like you to meet my friend.
What's our deck count at? 53. We're fine. We'll kill them before we deck. There's 4 time walks in my deck, chat. We're not gonna deck out. Oh, you know, I should technically Showdown here first, right? Because we could find better cards to hit. Oh no, not another 3/3. How will I ever win the game now, opponent? Oh no, Blizzard Brawl. So next turn we go land. We go land, Doomskar, exile this. Ivo, thank you for the 21 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. For keeping me around. Bye, friends. And hey, chat, next turn, Yorion comes back. All right. Giant Killer sounds great. Couple of Shredded Sails sound great. Opponent had seen enough, apparently. They were taking their ball and they were going home. Is there a chance of a Yorion ban? I don't think so. By the metrics, Yorion's not really offensive in this current standard format. Is this Omen of the Forge out? I think this is an Omen of the Forge out matchup, huh? They have a lot of chunkers. You trim one of these. I think I like that. The rest of this seems fine. This deck has 80 cards. Yeah, we're a Yorion deck. Gotta play 80 cards, hybrid. Christy just messaged me and told me that Jacob vomited his cereal up this morning. That's pleasant. I'd really like to know how we managed to get sick. We don't leave the house. It's really unfortunate. I don't know why they played this at sorcery speed, but we'll take it. The ban list will happen sometime in the next 60 minutes, right? I try not to have opinions on things that I'm not informed about, so I haven't touched Modern in a long time, so I have no idea what's going on with that format. I think we're just Skyclaving here. Do I want to play this on blue? I probably don't have that many red cards. Yeah, it could be food related. That's true. It's one card from the history of Magic you want back in Standard. I don't really have one, Cat Girl. Nah, Spellstutter Sprite's not a good answer. That's a card that's very synergistic that needs lots of tools around it. Yeah, Vendilion Click would probably be fine. I'll take Vendilion Click in every format possible. Sure, let's say Vendilion Click. I like the design on that card. Huh. So I went into this set of games expecting this deck to not be very good in the Sultai Ultimatum matchup, and Elspeth's Conquer Death second chapter and the fact that we could blink this card a whole bunch actually meant that in conjunction with our counterspells out of the board meant that matchup actually didn't feel bad. We actually won like 3 or 4 times against it in that set, and I feel like, and like for people that don't understand why this effect is good, is not only does the second chapter make their ultimatum cost 9, but it makes them pay 2 more for every non-creature they cast off of ultimatum. So like, if they want to get cast ultimatum and get 1 non-creature spell, they have to pay 11 mana. If they want 2 non-creature spells, they have to pay 13, which gives us a lot of time to get set up. And I really like that this deck, unlike the Sultai Ultimatum decks, a lot of these Sultai Ultimatum decks just don't have any respect for aggro in them, right? And this deck here is playing, 8 2-mana pieces of removal. Charming Prince gains life. Omen of the Sun gains a bit of life. Skyclave Apparition is a fantastic disruption tool. We've got 4 Doomskars, so it feels like we have the top end tools you want to go toe to toe with something like the Ultimatum deck, while also having appropriate tools to not get run over on the bottom end. And we get to shore up both of those matchups onto the sideboard with good tools in either, whether it's, some more cheap removal for the aggro decks or a bunch of counter spells for the Ultimatum deck. Yeah, this one was really good. I don't think I'm playing any events this coming weekend. We'll see. I'll talk to the wife and see how burned out she is on me doing weekend stuff, but I could see playing this again and this being something that we work on in June.